What's up, guys? Welcome to This Week in MXA, episode number 19, presented to you by O'Neill Racing. This week, we're going to dive into Cooper Webb's championship in the 450 class, the final round of the Salt Lake City Supercross. We got Travis Pastrana and Ryan Sipes topics, and we're going to take a look at some of the 2022 models that we already know a little bit about. Starting things off with the 450 class, Cooper Webb showed no signs of slowing down when he came into the season finale at Salt Lake City. Colt Nichols, Justin Cooper in the 250 class, both of those guys were a little more conservative, and they were very vocal saying that, hey, if I don't get a good start, I'm just going to play it safe and grab this championship. Cooper Webb, he had a massive points lead. All he had to get was 20th place to win the championship. He did not want to end it that way. He did not want to cruise it in. He went out on top, and it was really impressive to see. Taking a closer look at Cooper Webb and how he won the 450 Supercross championship, I personally thought it was a big statement move when he won all three races at the Arlington Supercross in Texas, but he said that he really felt like the momentum shifted at Daytona right before the Arlington rounds when he passed Ken Roczen in the second turn. He blocked past him, and then Ken Roczen wasn't very happy after that. He talked in his post-race TV interview, which we have a quote from right here. Ken Roczen said, "I got a really good start, and obviously Webb pushed me wide in the tough blocks, which caused me to lose a bunch of spots, but I think he's scared of me. That's why he plays these little games. But little does he know, I like to play as well. From here on out, I'm just going to put in that extra little bit of focus on a daily basis, even at home, to be that much better on the weekends. He's just fueling the fire, and I'm ready for it. I mean, he's got this one round, and the points have closed up a little bit, but we have plenty of racing to go, and I like to play, so let's go." The next race at Arlington was set to be a big one, and I was interested to see if Ken Roczen was going to respond and really back up the comments he made in his Daytona Supercross post-race TV interview at the next round in Texas. As we saw, Cooper Webb went on to win those three races, and in the post-race press conference after the Salt Lake City Supercross finale, Cooper Webb explained that he thought that the momentum shifted once he heard Ken Roczen's kind of emotional statement on TV after Daytona.
I think Orlando was the beginning of it, but I think Daytona stamped it. Seeing the emotions that went into that, I kind of knew right then and there, like, okay, I got this guy beat. Anyway, I mean, it's crazy. Obviously, anything can happen, but the mental side is the biggest part of our sport, in my opinion. So when I saw how things went down there and just saw the reactions, I just kind of, in my head, knew, like, okay, I'm right where I need to be. I'm right in the thick of points. I was gaining stride. I was gaining confidence, and I just kind of knew from there that, it'd be a fight, and this could be tough, but I just felt like the momentum shift there and kind of knew, like, okay, I've had this feeling before. Let's go for it again.
Diving back into the 450 main event, at the beginning of the race, it was super interesting to see Cooper Webb and Ken Roczen at the front with their teammates, Chase Sexton and Marvin Muskin, right there in the battle from the beginning. If the points were closer, we might have seen some team tactics, but there clearly wasn't any, as Chase Sexton was able to pass Ken Roczen, totally deflating him and dropping him back in the pack. So it was a bummer to see Ken Roczen really not put up much of a fight after that, but it was really cool for Chase Sexton. He was on fire, going super fast through the whoops, carrying massive amounts of speed off of the finish line into the whoop section, making up a lot of time there, and it looked like he was actually going to grab his first win, as he was definitely faster than Cooper Webb at the beginning of the race, but Cooper Webb did what he does best, came on strong at the end of the main event to grab his 8th win of the season, going out in the best way possible with a win. Diving into the 250 class, I was super stoked for my little brother, Michael Mosiman. He did awesome in qualifying, was going really fast, and did awesome in his 250 East Coast heat race as he got the whole shot, checked out, won the race easily, so that was super cool to see. He just looked smooth out there. Very proud older brother after that. Bummer for him in the start of the 250 main event, the East-West showdown, near the front, and got tangled up with Jet Lawrence and Seth Hammerker. Kind of got sandwiched between the two of them. They came into the first turn, went down hard, got launched off his bike, got ran over by Garrett Marchbanks. Handlebars were bent up, his levers were bent down. He was banged up from getting crashed on, but he went on to finish the main event. Still very proud of him as an older brother. Diving into the 250 East and West Coast champions, Colt Nichols and Justin Cooper were super impressive at the season finale, and they both have really cool stories. Neither of these guys had incredible amateur careers, but they both started to excel when it mattered most. I grew up racing against guys like Adam Cianciarulo and Cooper Webb. With the success that those two riders had, a lot of people think that you have to be a superstar amateur to have a shot at winning a Supercross championship, but Star Racing Yamaha team proved that that's not true. Colt Nichols and Justin Cooper weren't superstar amateurs. They were solid riders growing up through the amateur races, but winning all the time isn't a guarantee that you'll win again when you get to the pro ranks. So super cool to see Colt Nichols and Justin Cooper kind of come from behind with underdog stories to win 250 Supercross championships. And finishing things off in the 250 class, I got to touch on Jet Lawrence getting the win in the 250 main event, and his brother Hunter Lawrence coming from behind, crashing actually in the middle of the race and still finishing on the podium with his brother in third place. It's exciting to have guys like that in our sport. They're very outspoken. They got loud personalities, which make for controversial media topics, but also exciting and fun racing for the fans to watch. So it's cool to see those two do well at the final round, and I'm looking forward to see how they do in the 250 AMA Nationals. Up next on the topic list, the 2022 Honda and Husqvarna model lineups have been announced, and we're super excited about that. For me, as a Motocross Action employee, I'm the assistant editor of the magazine to do the website, YouTube. We all work together on all of it. But my favorite part about working for Motocross Action is the actual testing side of it. So I love taking a brand new motorcycle from a manufacturer, breaking it down in its stock form, learning as many details as I can possibly comprehend, and then giving you guys, our Motocross Action readers, followers, and viewers, all the information that we got. So we got a long list of MXA test riders with a lot more knowledge than I have. I love learning from those guys and then conveying that message to you guys in our magazine articles and on our videos. So 2022 season is coming up, and I'm really looking forward to it. The Honda 2021 Honda 450 was all new, completely changed. We had two major complaints with that bike. One was the ECU settings. Two was the suspension and kind of the chassis setup. So I'm super excited to say that the Honda 2022 CRF450 is exactly the same as last year, only has updated ECU and updated suspension settings. So I'm excited to ride that bike. As for the 2022 Husqvarnas, if you've read any of our tests on the 2021 Husqvarnas, then you would know that the MXA Wrecking Crew talks a lot about the lowered suspension platform that Husky has. So KTM, standard height. Husqvarna, an inch lower, about an inch, give or take, lower than the KTM model. So what does that do? It brings the center of gravity down, makes it a little bit easier to turn, makes it a little more nimble. You know that we love that lowered suspension concept. So it is cool that they're bringing it back for 2022. I was wondering if they would. It was a little bit of a gamble for them to do it last year. They brought it back for 2022, and I'm excited about that. Next up on the topic list, I want to touch on Travis Pastrana and Ryan Sipes and their awesome weekend of motorcycle racing. So they raced on Saturday at the Atlanta Motor Speedway for the American Flat Track TT race. Both of them got 8th and 9th in the main event. 8th place for Ryan Sipes, not really where he expected or wanted to be. We've seen him win in the single cylinder class where they're racing, standard 450 motocross bikes, lowered, turned into flat track racing bikes. So an 8th place for Ryan Sipes wasn't really where he wanted to be, but it was impressive to see Travis Pastrana kind of come off of the couch, come out of the rally car, come out of all the other things that he does, jump on a flat track bike and finish 9th in the 450 main event. So that was really cool. Then they both drove 10 hours, over 600 miles, drove through the night in a big motorhome, got to the Ironman GNCC the next day. Both of them raced there. Ryan Sipes and Travis Pastrana both raced the Sportsman A class. Fortunately, Travis Pastrana didn't finish the race as he had a couple gnarly crashes, but still super cool. We got some highlights from those guys on their Instagram.
Yeah, I got the whole shot. And Sipes flew by me and I crashed. And then I had an awesome crash. Someone got on film. I tried to step something up. I flew straight to the back, got up, ran out of gas. And then see this mark on the tree? I got a little whiskey throttle. And I just ran straight into it, wide open. But it's amazing because I fell right here. And I hit this in like 30. I don't know how I didn't make it any further.
All right, that was a long night. We raced at Atlanta TT last night. Went okay, not my best race ever, but most important thing is you beat me, so breakfast of champions, let's do this. We drove all night, well they drove all night. Don and Mario drove all night. We just rolled into Crawfordsville, Indiana for the GNCC that we start in about an hour and a half. So gonna need a bunch more of these and we should be good to go. Should be fun.
Super cool to hear from Ryan Sipes and Travis Pastrana. It's always fun to see what those guys hang out together, go dirt bike racing, and I'm super stoked on Ryan Sipes and his program that he put together with the Red Bull Gas Truly Designs team for 2021. He's racing Supercross as we've seen already. He's going to race a few AMA Nationals in the 250 class. He's going to race some GNCC races like we've seen just now, flat track races as we've seen, and also the International 6 Days Enduro. It's like the motocross of nations of enduro racing and other hard enduro races. So he's doing all kinds of different motorcycle racing in 2021. It's really a dream come true, something that I would love to do, and I know a lot of other racers and riders would love to do something like that. So Ryan Sipes, he has the skills, he has the opportunities, and he's been making it happen. So really cool to follow his schedule. And if you want to see the full schedule and all the races that he's doing in 2021, we actually have it on the motocrossactionmag.com website. Next up, we just posted our 2021 Yamaha YZ125 two-stroke first ride video and our 2021 Gas MC 125 two-stroke first ride video. So both of those bikes are a blast to ride. The Gas, obviously it's a brand new bike for 2021, obviously switched over to the KTM platform, so it's very similar to that bike, but it's a really fun bike to ride, and it does have a few differences. Yamaha, pretty much the same bike since 2006, but still a really fun bike to ride. Bike has kind of been gaining popularity now as the years go on, and as people really start to look back to two-strokes for bikes that are affordable, bikes that are fun to ride and easy to work on. So check out both of those two videos on our YouTube channel or on our website. All right, guys, so that's it for this week in MXA episode number 19. Thank you so much for tuning in. As always, make sure to check out our website, motocrossactionmag.com. We got a lot of news, reviews, race results, product tests, bike tests, shootouts, and more on our website, so check us out there. Also, subscribe to our YouTube channel and click the notifications button so you can get an update every time we post new videos. We have all kinds of videos coming to our channel lately. Thanks for watching. Leave a comment down below and let us know what you liked about this video and what you want to see in next week's video as we get ready for episode 20.